Hello, children. Good morning to all. Today we are going to discuss and going to complete the first lesson, Computer Basics. So, in this lesson, we have already discussed about uses of computers, characteristics of computers, working of a computer, input devices, and CPU. So these are the topics we have already discussed in this lesson. So under CPU we have discussed about ALU, CU and MU, that is arithmetic logical unit, control unit and memory unit. So today in this video or in this module we are going to learn about output devices, storage devices, hardware and software. So today we are going to discuss about output devices, storage devices and hardware and software. Output devices. So we know computer is an electronic machine. It converts the input, it processes the input and gives the output, isn't it? So the input are given to the computer through the input devices. These inputs are processed in the processing device, that is CPU. And the result of this processed data, the result of this process is displayed in the output devices. So, the output devices are used to display the results. Whatever we are giving the input that are processed, and the output devices are responsible for displaying the output. So, examples of output devices are monitor, printer, speaker, etc. There are many output devices. So, in this module, we are going to see monitor, printer and speakers. Shall we go for the lesson now? Monitor. So, we know already that a monitor looks like a TV screen. Whatever the actions we are performing through the keyboard or mouse are displayed on the monitor. So while we are typing the letters, numbers, that are all displayed on the monitor. So for example, if you type your name, that will be displayed on the monitor. If you type your father's name, mother's name, school name, everything will be displayed on the monitor. The same way, if you select any icon through the mouse, that also displayed on the monitor. So a monitor is used to display whatever the actions performed by the keyboard and mouse. So through this monitor, we can see the pictures and cartoons also. Isn't it? We are seeing now? Yes. So the other name of monitor is VDU, that is Visual Display Unit. Other name for monitor is VDU, that is Visual Display Unit. So now we are going to see the type of monitors. So there are two types of monitors. Cathode ray tube monitors. Cathode ray tube monitors, that is CRT. So this monitors only initially we have used. So this monitor occupies a lot of space and it produces large amount of heat. So to rectify that, we have another type of monitor, that is thin film transistor monitor. Thin film transistor monitor, that is TFT. TFT monitors. So TFT monitors occupy less space and it produces less amount of heat. So nowadays more computers are using TFT monitors. Next output device is printer. Have you all seen a printer, children? Yes. So the printer is used to see the results of the monitor into a paper. So whatever we are seeing on the monitor can be taken through the paper using a printer. So for example, if you open a Word document, if you want to take a printout, the same document will be printed on the paper using printer. So this printed information on the paper is called printout. So the information whatever we are getting through the paper is called printout. So we have two types of printers, that is black and white printer and color printers also available in the market, isn't it? And we have types of printers also. So we have three types of printers. First one is dot matrix printer. Dot matrix printer. Next one, inkjet printer. Second type is inkjet printer. And the last one is laser printer. When compared to all the printers, laser printers work very fast. Laser printer works very fast when compared to all other printers. So the next output device we are going to see is speakers. Speakers are used to listen music and sound effects. So when you are hearing a music or any song through the computer or through the radio, we are using the speakers, isn't it? So the speakers are used to listen music and sound effects. Now we are move on to storage devices. So we have discussed about output devices. They are used to see the results, isn't it? Now we are going to see storage devices. Why we are using the storage devices? Storage devices are used to store the results of the processing for future use. For example, if you have drawn a picture in Paint program, okay, so after some days if you want to open, you need to save it. So you have to save the drawing in your computer. So for this purpose we need the storage devices. So the devices used for storing data are known as secondary storage devices or storage media. Where we are storing the data? Through the secondary storage devices or storage media. So let us see some of the storage devices. Hard disk. Have you heard about this word? Yes. Hard disk is the main storage device of a computer. So every computer has a hard disk. It is the main storage device. Where it is present? It is present inside the CPU box. So inside the CPU box, hard disk is there. So it can store a large amount of data. Hard disk can store large amount of data. So what are the works we are doing in the computer? Either Paint program or Word program or PowerPoint presentation, everything will be stored on the hard disk. So whatever we are saving now, everything will be saved onto your hard disk. Next storage device is CD. CD refers to compact disc. CD refers to compact disc. So they are circular in shape. They are circular in shape and it also can store lot of data. CDs can also store lot of data. So it can be easily carried from one place to another. So we cannot carry the hard disk because it is present inside the CPU box. But CD, it is a storage device which can be taken from one place to another. And most of the programs and games are available with the CDs. So many programs and games are available with the help of CDs. Have you seen the CDs, children? Yes, you ask your parents to see the CD. DVD. DVD stands for Digital Versatile Disc. DVD stands for Digital Versatile Disc. A DVD also looks like a CD only. It is also look like a CD, but it can store large amount of data than a CD. So when compared to CD and DVD, DVD can store large amount of data. So we can store many movies in a DVD. We can store many movies in a DVD. Next storage device is pen drive. I think all of you know about pen drive and you have used it. I think so, isn't it? So pen drive is also a very storage device which is very small in size, very small in size. It can be carried in a pocket or a bag. Even your father can take it with the shirt pocket, isn't it? So the pen drives are very small. So it is used to store the data and also transfer the data from one computer to another computer. So if you want to save the data from one computer to another computer, we can use pen drives. So we have seen hard disk, CD, DVD and pen drive as the storage devices. So the next topic we are going to discuss is hardware and software. So a computer has various components and it is classified into hardware and software. So if you see the computer, you can see only the hardware parts, isn't it children? You can see a monitor, mouse, keyboard, CPU, speakers, everything you can see. But inside the hardware, inside the CPU box, we have some softwares also, isn't it? So the software also needed, hardware also needed to work with the computer. Let us see what is meant by hardware. So hardware refers to the physical parts of a computer. Physical parts of a computer that you can touch and feel. Can you touch the monitor? Yes. Can you touch the keyboard? Yes. Can you touch the mouse? Yes. So what are the parts of the computer we are touching are called hardware. Examples: keyboard, monitor, CPU and hard disk also, isn't it? So these are called hardware. What do you mean by software? So hardware cannot perform alone because it don't know what to do, isn't it? If you have a keyboard, whether it works without anything, no. So if we have to we have to instruct the keyboard that if I press A means you have to show the letter A on the monitor, isn't it? So it has to be given some instructions. So hardware should be given some instructions. So the set of instructions given to the computer to perform a particular task, that is called a computer program or software. That is a set of instructions given to the computer. Whatever the instructions given to the computer, why we are giving the instructions? To perform a particular task, that is to work a particular task. So that is called a computer program or software. So examples of software are Paint program, Tux Paint, Notepad, MS Word. They are all comes under software. Yes. Now let us see what are the difference between hardware and software. First let us look out about hardware. So any part of the computer that can touch and can be felt by the user means it is called hardware. Any part of the computer, whatever we can touch, no, they are called as hardware. It wears out with time. So hardware parts can be damaged or it can be reduced or get damaged also, isn't it? So it wears out with time. Examples: monitor, keyboard, CPU, scanner and printer. So let us see what is meant by software. So software is a set of programs given to the computer to perform a particular task or work, isn't it? So we cannot touch the software, isn't it? We cannot touch the software. So software cannot be touched. it does not wear out with time. That is, the software cannot be um, damaged or anything unless we are doing something, isn't it? So it will work for many time. Example, paint and tux paint. Paint and tux paint are examples of software. So these are the differences between hardware and software. Yes, children, do you all understand? Yes. So let us recap what we have discussed today. In this lesson, we have discussed uses of computers, characteristics of computers, working of a computer, input devices, CPU, output devices, storage devices, hardware and software. So these are the topics we have discussed in the first lesson, computer basics. Hope you all understood, children. Thank you.